Titans.
And so then when it does get down to that team fight stage, Tartarus Titans, again with a normal composition, we'll have to see how it pairs up against the Atlantis Leviathans. Game number 1 between the Titans and the Levi's getting ready to kick off in just a moment here. We'll get to throw it over to Dave and Gore one more time.
It is Worlds Rematch Round 3 between the Titans and the Atlantis Leviathans. I don't know at what point, Gore, is it no longer like the...
To try and control this. Again, Panatom's hanging out on this side of the map. And with the back camps currently populated by layers, it feels like, yeah, if he had walked forward, there was going to be a fight. And it was just a matter of who could come out on top. Wrong Yu, though, doesn't have any mana.
That was the last bit of Wrong Yu's mana. The Cyclone Spin, look, if you had an ADC, all right, never mind. He got it anyway. I didn't expect the damage from Aurora and Cyclone Spin to do enough, but that's on me. And it's
not really too worried about it. And this is the thing, again, I was talking about this the other day with the Titans, and I love this, although that might have to wait a little bit. Aurora doesn't have any mana.
Yeah, Aurora doesn't have mana. Cyclone Spin
doesn't have help.
Gets his dash blocked out, and Zapman for the Leviathans gets the Levi's on the board. Panatom has been active, hanging out on the right side of the map. Flows, though, that's something the Jade Dragons practiced with a bit the other day here in studio. How about this? Immediate initiation onto Aurora. That is out of nowhere. My goodness, dashes, blinks, engages all of it. But there's return pressure from the Titans. Paul, Lord of the Afterlife in. But look at all the damage from the Leviathans that is connected onto Paul, and there is indeed a return kill. SOT out of solo lane. Unfortunately, you can't frontline on the Uller, my friend, and he has got to leave. Leviathans maybe with a bit more can connect in, but no, not to be
able to survive there. That, I mean, the surge forward, the damage right now from the Leviathans, Zap's showing it off.
Does Cyclone die on re-entry? No, but there's a dazzling offensive. Whoa, no, Zapman and the minions proc it. Perfectly played by Zapman.
He knew this one was going to happen his way.
This is wild.
And the fact that it starts, I mean, look at this, like, they're under tower and Zapman's still going for that fight. That's wild to me. But it's a couple of autos. The thing that is smart to me is it feels like he has an option right here to back away and runs into the minions just to make sure.
Well, that starts Transcendence, so you'd think you'd be stacking up a little bit longer. Not the case. Zap has been fighting around his team early in this game. Yarkor now jumped on, and there's plenty of damage when a Retribution hits its mark. A second Alto, as Paul is transformed. Layers being run down by Panatom. This would be great for the Leviathans. Blinks exchanged, but no issues. But now Shinto's gotten one onto Paul as well. Man, now for the second time this game, the Titans have gotten a kill. But the lopsided trade back has maybe made it not worthwhile.
You know, currently on the zone trend where he's trying to make sure that there's some space for the Pyromancer. Luckily at this point, the Ganesh, especially with an Emperor's Armor this early on, Osiris is still going to hit you hard. You can see the damage is there, the slows are there.
Man.
But it took forever to burn through Ganesh's health bar.
Well, I don't know that this momentum just starting to build up for the Leviathans.
There's been a lot of wins because of that. Getting the junglers ahead, your solo laners ahead, things like that, but Zap is feeling comfortable, got a small lead.
Oh, wow, a steal back as the Titans take the Pyromancer despite the Leviathans pulling it, but now the Leviathans, fueled with rage from the steal, will end up picking up a kill onto SOT. So Pyromancer stolen away by the Titans, but you've lost your solo laner.
I mean, you have to think about it. Pyromancer's up. Panatom's not going to get there in time, so Titans get that one. But you can fight for this.
Paul stealth stuns, but there's a Scarab's Blessing on top of Panatom, and Paul has taken a mountain of damage on his way out. Aurora falls to Shinto as the first kill of this engagement. Another dazzling offensive from Cyclone Spin. This time it hits 2. At least picks up the gold chalice and is able to dash out yet again as well. But now Sot on the wrong side of this lane will have a lead, but Panatom's got one as well. This is the same trade we saw just a moment ago, but are the Leviathans strong enough now to pull the Fire Giant?
They're low health bars. Cyclone's going to be able to sustain.
I mean, they can do it, right? And they will.
Zap is going to be able to sustain.
They'll do it. The Titan's not close by unless Cyclone Spin makes some magic happen. Cyclone's going to be in range. Cyclone Spin dashes in, but does not steal the Fire Giant. And Shinto ends the FG siege on a rampage. Leviathans up big on the Titans. Wonder if. All right, we will see one attempt at least from the Leviathans under the mid lane Phoenix. Remember, right side Phoenix already gone. So this would just be extra. Sot stunned and nearly deleted by the Leviathans. Early ultimate out from Layers. That connects onto Zapman, but he'll back away just fine. A few more auto attacks into this mid lane Phoenix and it'll go down. Panatom blinks forward. Goodbye, Paul. Paul doesn't even get a chance to transform. And now a stun on a Cyclone Spin on the other side of the mid lane Phoenix. Gives the Leviathans a good look at another kill here in this fight. But Panatom and Yarkor, it's going to be a slow burn, but burns do hurt. And now Panatom on a killing spree as SOT jumps back to Fountain. And in 28 minutes, the Atlantis Leviathans build up a massive gold lead, a massive kill lead. And they will finally lay the Titans to rest in game one.
I mean, a lot of this one feels like it starts right. I mean, that first fight for the Leviathans, where it was almost surprising how much damage.
I'd argue the Tartarus Titans have got better odds at getting that lead, but just having that Surcat in the same lane as Hercules is going to find a whole lot of value with the anti-heal.
A little bit of strangeness across the board for both of these teams. Tartarus Titans down 0-1. Can they bring it back in game two and take us to a third? Or is it going to be Leviathans to sweep it on away? We'll throw it over to Dave and Gormizer one more time.
Will it be our third 2-0 of the day? That's the question. The Leviathans have a real good look at knocking out the Titans for a second time this week in the Titans case and getting the Leviathans back on track. And what a back on track win it would be here, Gore, for the Leviathans over the Titans, if you're able to get it done once more. Now the Leviathans are sticking with mid, soak up the waves, wait to make something happen. I imagine we'll see a bit of that here in the next couple minutes.
Well, especially because you've got the two things. Look, when we talked about Oleron for the longest time, and I think this is still part of the discussion, which might, never mind, it is going to be fine. It's the ult and beads are down. You can just kill him.
Oh man, Panatom walks back into mid. Paul doesn't have beads. And up down from Lord of the Afterlife grabs the kill. Aurora luckily has the double jump as Heimdall into the Ama. Anything but this game. Zapman is level 8. But we'll turn our eyes over to Solo, and Solo or Troll would like us to look the other way as Yarkor assists Panatom and Leviathan snag them. No, he doesn't have beads. He just looked to the side a little bit. All right, he's got some idea of what's going on. Ultimate down from Zapman. And one way to deal with the Uller Solo is to just return gank him. Sot, in the last maybe minute of time, has died off twice. And quietly, Titans will just have to listen to the roar as it goes down.
Layers is still present. No blink. There is one for Aurora. Aurora's ult is back up, but no, they're not going to be able to pull anybody here.
No, but purple buff. Look, this is what I'm saying. I mean, Cyclone Spin is ahead. Why not? Although, oh, this is disastrous. The Titans get the Pyro, yes, but Sot took way too much damage, and now Shinto and Yarkor, in all likelihood, chase down a second kill here. Shell used by Paul, seemingly needless, but now blanked still are the Titans. 5-0 up are the Leviathans. Get the Gold Fury, get a couple kills on right.
You're starting to look at it. Plus Gold Fury, minus on the Pyromancer, minus a purple buff, but plus a few kills. You're feeling pretty good about it. Ult just now used from Aurora. I mean, that's just going to make things even easier for you to lock down. It's unfortunate here because Aurora has to use that, tries to peel for himself. They're just going to continue this chase.
You know, this has been one of the most obnoxious series of slows I've maybe ever seen applied by Osiris. Now, we got the long chase onto Layers earlier on. At the moment anyone else from the Titans shows up, you back away if you're the Leviathan. Gotta be around Cyclone Spin because everywhere else is in the lead for the Atlantis Leviathans right now. Layers scurrying away and the heal won't arrive. Shinto with the dueling dragons knocks down one. Now Aurora with the Whirlwind of Rage and Steel could set up a kill for SOT, but Yarkor requires the Excavate to get taken down. First kill of the game to the Titans, but is it at the cost of a deicide? Sure looks like it. SOT sends the last bit of damage through, then the Leviathans will only miss one in both kills and deaths. Yark goes down for 4.
Yeah, Panatom was looking for that slow. If it connects on Sot, they are going to do something here. Sot still playing aggressive. I mean, with low mana on both Zap and Panatom, you've got good damage chances. That's a good stun. Panatom's fallen back. Good shots from Cyclone.
Yeah, but has Sot now just been baited? Sot has the damage to deal with both. It's just about doing it at the same time. Zapman trying to get away. Gotta dodge a little bit more. Sot trades out 1 for 1. Panatom ends up picking up the kill.
That's insane.
Wonder how much. And I'll hold this thought as Layers is going to get jumped on, sent back by Cirquet. Dodges out the dueling dragons. Panatom beneath the tier 1 tower. A sanctified field through. Great opportunity for Paul, and Paul able to strike Pater. Titans needed to get something going. Able to use the ultimate and pick up a kill.
They've gotten a lot of good pressure in mid, but
kills is big, but we're still in that gold threshold that the Titans might not be wildly nervous about fighting. You're more worried about experience at this point. Pyromancer confirmed. Roar sends back a couple, but that slight stutter step caused Aurora to die, and I think it did. It sent back a couple and ends up exchanging out his life for it. Aurora might have died anyway, but pretty much confirmed it, but also confirms his teammates getting out alive.
I really like this play from the Leviathans. You have one of two options when you get that kill, and it's go for the tier 2.
Paul sends out Sanctified Field. Dueling Dragons slowly walking in. Panatom and Yark have found the backline. In the same time, Layers has found the double taunt in. Healing has already arrived from the 9 turns blessing, and it was not enough. Wrong you will take one last Phoenix shot, and Sot will be handed the kill.
But look at this damage. I mean, they got the minion wave with them when they did the tier 2. Now they're able to push even further. They get a Phoenix Sans Fire Giant, and they're still pushing.
My God, look at Zapman. He is wailing away as he got to get a double kill. Not with the Titan assisting the Titans, but he might just get it anyway. Healing out. And Zapman uses the Aegis. Aurora just short of picking up a kill onto Zap. That's a deicide plus a Phoenix for the Leviathans.
I mean, that is just a great play. Moving forward through the tier 2, moving into the Phoenix with the minion wave.
No.
And now,
no. Yark can 2v1 this. Won't get the Oni Fury. Should get a kill onto Paul, and luckily for Layers, the Erlang Shen mobile enough to get away. Fire Giant in the meantime. Luckily for the Titans, the other 2 Phoenixes are not open just yet. Paul should have some time to get back and respawn. Aurora won't. And Gore, this type of stagger could just end the game if the Leviathans group up.
I mean, it's 3v5 for 20 seconds. If they get another kill, it stays 3v5. A perpetual stagger here from the Leviathans, or for the Titans, would just feel awful for them. So you can't step up to this Phoenix. If you step up to this and you die, then you set your team off into a terrible Titan defense. So you have to play it carefully. 2 towers still standing in the left lane. The Titan's going to have some help.
Leviathans, they've got eyes for the win. And the Leviathans, they are going to walk into the base of the Titans and Gore this one. Not all that close. Gold never got that out of control. But the kills, they were very lopsided towards the Atlantis Leviathans. Leviathans show up with a game plan. Leviathans execute their game plan. And you think they're going to end the game. Going to take them a bit of time. We're going to pad some stats, get some more fantasy points for the casters, and they'll close out the set 2-0.
Let me say this. You know, we haven't talked about the Fantasy League a lot this week. No waiting room, things like that. I'm regretting not having Zapman right now, right? Zap would be such an easy pickup. I mean, good performance for him. Hindu's going to be popping off with this one. I mean, that was a lot of points for him.
A lot of Leviathans.
Everybody on the Leviathans there just looks incredibly good. It's fantastic.